Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is the Scottish Sim Guy here, and here we are back on my Let's Play series on Kinlaig. This is episode 4. So in the last episode we did basically mow that field of grass. Knew he was pulling right out in front of me there. Royal Mail, wasn't it? So yeah. We mowed that field of grass and we got it raked. So I've actually already baled it. So we're going to head down, we're going to wrap it. I think I got 32 bales off of it, which is a decent amount of bales. So I kind of thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to wrap these bales. I'm then going to grab tractor and trailer and head up to the field of straw bales. And I'm going to get them loaded up. With a forklift, so I'm going to take the forklift along and I'm going to buy a bale handler and I'm going to stack them on the trailer, and those straw bales can come back to the farm. And then what I'm actually going to do is those 32 bales of silage that are wrapped, I'm going to stack just in the corner of the field out the way, and they're going to just wait there if I need them, or they can be sold. Because I've got 3 grass fields or 4 grass fields at home that I'll need done, and they're easier and closer to run in, and I'm going to end up with too many silage bales, so I am going to have to sell some anyway, so I may as well leave these ones along here rather than bring them all the way back to the farm to then bring them maybe all the way back out this way to sell. So I was just going to gather them up with the forklift and stack them at the side of the field, so that's the kind of plan. So we'll get to the field, we'll get these 32 bales wrapped, and then get everything back, grab the fast track and trailer and the forklift, go up, get those straw bales loaded up back to the farm. Forklift can then nip down into this field, gather up these bales, get them stacked out the way, and then back, and then unload the straw into the shed, and then we'll see what we're going to do after that. I'm probably going to end up spreading some lime on that field. This field will eventually need to be ploughed and made into a crop, because it's one of my furthest away fields, so there's no point of it being grass. I'll turn it into a crop. So yeah, there's a bit of ploughing, cultivating and that to be done, as well as maybe probably dung to do on the field where the straw bales are, as I've already said. So there's a lot to do, so it's how much I do. I really need to start moving on time, because we're on episode 4 and I've not even moved forward a month because there's just so much to do. So this will probably be the last episode of this month, and then we'll move into the next month. So yeah, so let's get started and let's get some of these bales wrapped. So yeah, so you'll see there's a fair few bales anyway. So yeah, there's 32 of them. So yeah, we're getting there. This is the first time I've wrapped a bale in a long time, and I don't know if that is to do with this wrapper or what, but it just doesn't seem right, does it, the way that it was wrapping the bale there. It was going round it, but it wasn't applying onto the bale, and then it seems to me it's put an awful lot of net wrap on, bale wrap on. So yeah, excuse me guys. So yeah, so this is obviously going to be not a slow job, but a job that I can't speed up. I've got to just, the wrapper only wraps as fast as that allows it to be wrapped, but yeah, we'll get the field wrapped. You'll see that, you know, it's for the size of field, there's a lot of bales on it, so going to have more than enough bales here, and probably sell all these 32 in all honesty, as I've said, and we'll hopefully make a nice profit from selling these. and then the grass fields are closer to home. We'll use them to basically put into the farm and use them if we need them. But you know, obviously I need to go and buy more cattle as well, because I've done it where I've not started off with a lot of cattle. I've started off with some sheep and some cattle. So the plan is obviously to work our way up. So a lot of these silage bales that I might make might all get sold, because I've got silage bales sitting in the silage pit, so that might be enough to last me for the amount of cattle that I've got. So with that, everything silage wise is going to be a profit, which allows me then to make to buy more cattle, which I'll need more, and just work our way up. I'm planning this series running a lot longer than any other series that I've done, so this is why I've done it and not started off with 100 head of cattle and worked my way up. So we've got no slurry, no dung. Don't even think that I've put fertiliser on the farm. There might be some fertiliser and some seed, but not a lot. So that would be the plan, you know, just work everything up and do. Obviously the fields are going to need limed, so I'm going to definitely have to buy a lime spreader, which is going to take a good bit, you know, I don't know how much, maybe 30 grand or something like that for one, and then buy the lime. So we'll have a look, see what's available, but there's a good bit of stuff to get done next month. But I think this will be the last day in this month. Get these bales wrapped, get the bales moved, get the straw bales moved and back home, see where we are lengthwise on a video for that, and then as we'll move into next month, it will be lime, dung spreading, cultivating, getting some barley and wheat in the ground, because those are the crops that I need to make my straw and things like that. So yeah, we'll see. So I'll just get once round the field, and then I'll just batter it into a time lapse to get these done, because you know, it'll end up being a 60-minute video of me wrapping bales, because it's not the fastest job in the world, that's for sure. So we'll just get once round the outside of the field, because that's 8 bales, 9, get 10. I think it was 10 round the first run round the end rig. Pretty sure there was 32 bales in total. So I didn't see that bit, I forgot I was right at the front of that bale. So yeah, so there'll be a fair few still to do. So I think I've got a couple more round. I've got a second run round the end rig there to do. I'll actually go up to this bale in the corner, and then I think it was averaging 3 bales to a run up and down the way. So yeah, I was surprised at how many bales I actually got off of it. So yeah, it was good. So this will be the last bale here on this run, and then I'll tip this off and I'll stick it on a time lapse, guys. Get battered through the field, and once I've got it wrapped, I'll catch up with yous again. Alright. Right, well that's the bales all wrapped, so I'll go and take this back to the farm, and then we'll grab the fast track, put the bale trailer on it, and then we will take the forklift to the shop, grab a bale handler. Going to just use the auto load one. It's just a little bit easier, just makes life less complicated, especially with the bale physics in this game, which I have mentioned before. That you can be stacking bales on a trailer and stack them perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden they've got a mind of their own and go wherever they like. But sometimes it's just as easy to use the auto load bale handler just to do it, because you end up making a meal of it, bales go everywhere, you end up having to start again to stack them, so I think that's just what we'll do. So definitely worth investing in, especially for stacking straw and hay and things like that. When it comes to silage bales, I'm kind of old school and I like stacking them not on their can end but on the round, like so with that you've got to really, I mean, the easiest way to do it in the game is use a spike. You do that in real life and you've got a hole through the silage wrap, so then you're out the bolt lactate. So yeah, I don't know, like obviously there's trailers that can lift bales and things like that, but for the sake of the game as well, I'm just going to get that auto load bale handler and I'm just going to stack these silage bales on their can at the side of the field out the way, and then if I come to sell them, I'll just load them up onto a trailer and sell them. I have got the double bale lifters at the farm for lifting silage bales front and back. Could lift 4 at a time. That was more if I was going to be doing silage bales near the farm, I could just run them down 4 at a time and then get them stacked away, but I don't know if I'll do that. I might end up just selling them. I'd love to see a Spite or a Volak come out for console. Not sure if there's any out for PC or not, but it would be for a console player and somebody from Scotland, who majority of the time that's the way that a lot of people are carting bales. A lot of people nowadays are obviously McHale balers, you know, the combi balers or baler and wrappers combined, so they're being wrapped in the fields, then they've got to be handled onto a trailer or a Volak, lifting them and then handled off a trailer or stacked at the yard. Whereas when we used to do it when I was younger, the bales are brought in unwrapped and put down here in a yard, and you just have a wrapper going and the wrapper would wrap them and the stacker would stack them. So that's the way that it would get done when I was younger, and a lot of people still do it that way, but I'd like to do it that way, but there's just not the kit available to, you know, do it. I'd love to bring in 6 bales in at a time on the back of the tractor on a spiker, but sadly I cannot. Right, let's get this away in there. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Get myself sorted out here and get the wrapper in there. And stick the wrong one, so onto the back, stick the wrapper off, and then I'm going to stick this off, and then I'll grab the fast track. I think the bale trailer's out there. I'm not entirely sure where I put the bale trailer. Not entirely sure I even bought a bale trailer. I'll need to double check. I'm pretty sure I did. That's where I put it. And stick that there. and then move this tractor. I'll just stick this tractor in here out the way. Oh, I do have it. I've got that. I didn't think I had one, but I do. I've got, so I don't need to go and buy one. I just seen it there. The auto load handler there. So there we've got one there. So I can nip down with the forklift to get that. Right. Let's see if I have got a bale trailer sitting about. I'm pretty sure I bought one. Yeah, I did. There's one there. So it's just a wee bale trailer. So we'll get the fast track onto that. And then we'll get that down to the straw field, and then we'll get the we'll get back and we'll get the forklift down to the field. Am I going to get out here in one turn? Right. Managed it. Just. Right, so we'll get, I think there's only 13 straw bales, so 13 straw bales will fit on this trailer, no bother. I've hit the wall. Because the wheels are at the back of this trailer, it doesn't turn the same. Too near the back. Right. Yeah, got it now. This yard doesn't seem that tight, but just made tighter with this tractor, and that's it in 4-wheel steer. Right, so head down to this oat field and we'll get the oat straw onto the trailer, strapped down, but we'll get this tractor into the field, and then we'll come and we'll get the forklift, bring a forklift down, and then with that I'll get all those bales stacked. So I'll probably just get this tractor down to the field, stick it on a wee time lapse, and get the forklift down there and get the bales stacked, and then get down and we'll get these silage bales stacked at the side of the field out the way. That would maybe then allow that field to get slurry spread on it. Now I know I don't have any slurry or dung, but that field and my arable fields aren't far away from the livestock market, and I can get slurry and I can get dung from them. Now I do have a few bags of dry fertiliser, I think, which I could bomb along with the fertiliser spreader and spread fertiliser on them, but I think I will put some dung and slurry on those two fields before I plough them, which I think would be a good idea. So that's what I might do, as I've got lime to do in the one that I've power harrowed. I'll put dung on the stubble field, so this one we're getting straw off of. I'll put slurry on the grass. So yeah, I might, it's whether or not, as I said in a previous episode, it's whether or not I'm going to actually pop the stubble as well. I'm not sure if I should. I know the way it works out, if you do and then you put dung on it, you can see the dung easier, but if you spread the dung straight on top of the stubble without it being popped, it's kind of is harder to see where you've been, but that's where GPS comes in. But so that's all nicely been ploughed and power harrowed, so that's just needing some lime on it, that field in there, and then we can get that seeded, and then this field, and then that field that we've just done the bale wrapping in, so that would technically give us three arable fields for next year, and maybe a fourth, so another bit that's still a field I've still to take grass off of. Right, so I'm just going to stick this tractor right there. I'm going to stick it on a time lapse, guys, and we'll get these bales done. Hey everyone, so that's all the bales more or less lifted off this field, so another 3 to go, so that makes it 33 bales that we wrapped. So just get these last 3 tidied up. I'm just hoping that did all record, because I just had a malfunction on my external hard drive there, so I'm not sure if it even caught me basically picking up all these bales out the field. I'm hoping that it did, or we've missed a good bit of stuff there, so I'll need to go back and check. I'm hoping that it did. It was a wee blip with it there as it came up. It came up something, and I went, oh, I hope that's not corrupted. So hoping that it's there, but that's that field all kind of read up now. I'm just going to leave them sitting there, and the plan would be just let them sit there, let them ferment and turn into silage bales, and then we will we'll sell those bales at some point. I've got bales in the silage pit back at the farm, and we'll use them to feed the Highlanders that we've got, which isn't many. I think we've either 10 or 20, it's not that many, and we've got some sheep as well, so what I've got there now will be enough. And then we're going to head back and we're going to unload that trailer of straw. I'm going to put that straw in the shed, and then that will do us for this episode. Next episode will be into September, and with September we're going to hopefully get some lime spread, some dung spread, some slurry spread, be that all in the one episode. And then we've got some cultivating to do, we've got some seeding and all that to do, and then there will be more silage to make at some point, and then there's turning those fields that are grass and now into proper grass fields, because they're just meadows, so that would be the plan to do that. So it'll work out that we'll have 3 silage fields and 4 arable fields, with potential of making one of those arable fields a grass field again when I get more cattle, basically. I'll need to buy a livestock trailer as well, so I can cart the livestock back to the farm as I buy them. So we'll need to look in at that. I mean, we've got 186,000, that was less than that, but I actually forgot that I had another forklift sitting at the shop for loading up, so I just sold it, gave myself some more money, so I've got a bit more cash there, but that will give us a bit of a leeway. It'll let us be able to buy this lime spreader, and basically allow us to buy the dung and buy the slurry to spread on these fields, and then we can get those fields worked, get lime on them as well if they're needing it, and then it lets us get those crops in the ground. So a bit of work to do between now and the end of October to get these fields done. So well, obviously 2 are sitting clear, 3 are sitting clear, basically nothing on them. 1 other arable field that I'm going to make arable fields with grass on it, so I'm going to have to get the grass off that. But I could turn that one, that could be oats, and I'll put oats in the spring, so I don't need to get that this year at all. It can wait. Oh, I'm too sharp there. Forget that this thing's got really sharp turning. Never turned that much. Right, so I'm going to go, I'll need to pull the wee Fergie out the shed with a straw blower to get these in there, and I'm going to have to unstrap the trailer, so I'll just jump out, fire the wee Fergie up, get the straw blower out. Probably as well that straw blower just been kept up in the feeding passage, or maybe that's what I'll do. I'll maybe just swing it round and I'll open up those doors. Oh, I get round and right. Right, I'll just open up those doors and I'll just fire that up in here, out the way. There. Up there, out the way. And then I'll get these bales unstrapped. And you'll see that that one started moving. It was back to the same place, but it started tilting itself over when I'd placed it on the trailer during the time lapse. So yeah, it's just the metrics is all over. That's how I usually put two rows down and strap and keep doing that. Just, and you'll see the thing is, problem with this trailer is in the suspension, the fast track. The trailer's very bouncy, so when I went to go and stack the second row on, it just the other bales just fell off. So we've got plenty of straw, that's for sure. We've got a good bit of hay in there as well, so stick those. See, so it's on about the bale metrics, and you just drive close to them at all and they'll just start shuddering and going all over the place. Right. There we go. Yeah, bale metrics is one thing that really drives me insane with this game, and how they just start jumping about and things just start jumping about. As soon as you try to stack bales as closely to each other as you can. You know, those ones have shuddered that much that they've moved off the top of that bottom bale, but you know, you're trying to get bales stacked as tight as you can, which you would do in a shed, and you'd get them up close to the other ones and put them down, and all of a sudden they just start jumping about all over the place. I've had some crackers in the past, but nothing too bad. Right, jump down this side. There we go. It's good when they just jump on this, and if anybody's never seen this or used this before, this is a Lizard Pro bale, and it is an absolute godsend. It is one of the go-to pieces of equipment that I have on any farm, because it just makes this so much easier than having to manual stack onto something. So it does absolutely an amazing job. It just makes life so much simpler. And back in the day, I did used to try and do everything manually, so I'd have a spike and I'd just load all the bales up onto a spike. But that's just it's so much easier now. Doing this, and this, I know it was out for 22, I don't know if it was for 19, but definitely 22, and I used it a lot in 22. And I use it a lot for setting up my farm builds, for putting all these bales in the shed and that, for showing a farm build. So I do use it a lot for that. Right, one more bale to come in, and then that's that unloaded, all sorted out. And then we can basically round up the episode at that, because that will be enough time definitely. I think we're pushing half an hour of talking, and then there's the time lapses involved, and hopefully, as I said, hopefully that time lapse of the silage bales worked out, and it's not corrupted at all, and I can use it. I keep forgetting another. There's a thing with this as well, remember, like if you've still got it on load and you don't have a full lot, it'll come in and it just sweep 2 bales out of that, so I'm going to have to put these 2 bales, oh yeah, that one fell down, that's fine, stick them there. So that does happen. I've seen me like 2 bales and come in to stack 2 bales, and then all of a sudden one jumps out and you're like, oh no. So yeah, that's that. So going to end it for this episode here, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching, listening to me drivel on. I do really appreciate it. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel. It does really all help the channel grow. As I say, with the channels came a long way from when I started it 3 years ago. So yeah, I do really appreciate it, guys. So thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one.